Hi there everyone, welcome to Chill and Trade TV. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And if you are back here again, welcome back. And if you want to trade with a regulated FSC broker, click on the link in the description down below. And if you don't know what that means or you're not too sure, don't worry, I did do a detailed video on that, so you can just go back to the channel and check it out. And also, if you want me to analyze any currency pair or index or whatever you're trading, just leave it down in the comment section and I will gladly do that because I would like to interact with you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We'll be doing a top-down analysis on Eurzar. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, from the daily, price has been pushing to the upside and it seems to be giving us a pattern here. Remember, I trade chart patterns. I trade chart patterns. If you don't know, my trading style or strategy is chart patterns. So whatever pattern is playing out here is an indication that price is still going to continue to the upside. But first we need to identify what pattern this is here. And if you go down to, I think let's go to the monthly just to get the overview picture on Eurzar. Okay, so price has been pushing up from the bigger time frames and weekly time frame. The weekly time frame, I think we can also anticipate the same thing. The same thing. So yes, as you can see, price has still pushing up to the upside. Still pushing up to the upside. So basically we are looking for continuations. So there is a pattern, outer pattern here, an outer pattern here. This is a reversal pattern. But since this is the weekly time frame, this is more of a long-term trading. So what I'm gonna do is I won't go deep into this. I'm just gonna focus on from the daily moving to H4 and H1 so that we can get trading opportunities. Let's go to the daily. And as mentioned, this is our focus. This push up and this correction here is our focus. So what I'm gonna do is gonna start from this low, pushing up, price pushed up from that low. Now let's identify what we have here, what this pattern could be. So those two highs there, and you can just go back to my previous videos and you can clearly see that my trading style is the same, is the same, is the same. See, so now that we have this pattern identified and we know what this pattern does and how it plays out basically, price might go to the downside here. And then from here, we'll be looking for buying opportunities. Let me go to H4 so that we can see clearly. We can see clearly. We can see clearly. Okay. Should price push to the downside, you can still take sells. You can still take sells, but I don't like how it's moving. It's moving a bit choppy. So I'm just going to avoid being in a sell here. I'm just going to avoid being in a sell because price is moving a bit choppy here. What I'll do is wait for price to get to this low, a push up and give me a nice continuation pattern. Basically the same pattern that we saw. Let me just go back to the daily. Let me just go back to the daily. Basically, the pattern that we're looking for to enter is this pattern. It's just on a smaller scale. Because this pattern also is gonna break out. Is gonna break out. If you are a day trader, you'd be looking to enter this pattern at the breakout. But because we also want to eat while we're waiting for this pattern to play out, we're going to enter on the lower time frames. On the lower time frames. On the lower time frames. So, and I usually take my entries on the H1. Let me go to my H1 entry time frame. So as you can see, the setup is still the same for all the time frames. So it's good. It's good, which means we are looking for the same direction on all time frames. So as I mentioned, this is the pattern. Once this pattern breaks out, I'll be looking for buys all the way until this high. Once price gets here, I am also I won't trade when price breaks out on the 1 hour time frame. Remember, I said if you wanna trade this pattern on the breakout, you should do it on the higher time frame, like on your daily or weekly or monthly. If you are that type of trader, that type of trader who trades only on the daily, weekly, and monthly. But for me, once price gets here, I'm going to wait for price to break out, then give